And there's a sense that the grouping of the widows and widowers gives them a sense of creating that new continuity, creating that new map, that new kind of definition of where they are and who they are and what they are. Um, so in that context, Daniel seems a bit like an interloper, and it seems like he even feels though he's an interloper. So how does he work through this with Lily? How does he kind of slip in there?
Yeah. Well, in the novel, the fictional setup is that it's very difficult for Lily to think about dating. And so she sort of unconsciously picks a man who uh, doesn't want to date either. So it's kind of that safety in distance. So that's one of the ways that they work it out is that he is so reluctant. He hasn't dated in many, many years. And so they're both in the same boat in that sense. And I think that's the connection that they make. And then as they find out later, the deeper connection is the deep grief that they both have. They both lost somebody in their lives. And yet, in spite of the loss, they're stuck and they're trying to move on. So that's what they have it in common. Lily says that uh, the widows group is a little like a cocoon, and so that they all need each other to be cocooned, and that is part of the earliest stages of grief. You're not really ready to be outside, but in the novel, it's been 3 years, and so that's Lily is feeling ready to try to be outside of the cocoon. And in the novel, she's the first one of the widows who's doing that.
Literarily, the widows seem a little like a Greek chorus. So I'm wondering if that's how you wrote them or conceived of them, in your writing.
I would say again that the characters sort of take over, and that's what they did themselves. I didn't plan on them being a Greek chorus, but they are. They kind of follow her around, and then make comments, and then offer support or push her when she needs to be pushed. Um, I don't know. It's a group process. It's what actually happens in group process.
Healing Lily, a Novel of Hope by D. Stephenson Bond. Published by Alternative Views Publishing. Copyright 2010.